Hello, Frank White here, your favorite sorcerer, and if you fuck with me, probably your least favorite. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a binding. What is a binding in a magical sense? It is essentially stopping the target, that is the one that is targeted with that spell, from moving forward, okay? Not just physically, but with their life, essentially. Okay? If you bind somebody spiritually, meaning energetically, they're probably going to experience some sort of depression in their lives. For some reason, nothing's going to work out. Everything's going to feel stagnant in their lives, and they're not going to be able to move ahead, go forward. Whatever they do will turn against them, and all processes in their lives are going to slow them down. You can take this very, very far, but the target itself will usually experience it as a major depression, okay? A major something within them will not allow them to move forward, to get their shit done, essentially, right? Now, luckily for us, the majority of the population does not believe in the reality of black magic, which makes, I always say that. I always tell my clients and people who learn from me and people who watch my videos and whatnot, I tell them, you know, it makes my life so much, I'm so glad that people don't believe, or most people don't believe in black magic and the reality of that. And don't believe in spells and spirits, because it makes my life so much easier, let me tell you. Besides that, let's go into the spell right away. Begin with a cleansing of yourself, clearing your mind, center yourself. I'm going to do a banishing for that purpose. This will symbolize the transition from a mundane state of consciousness into the magical state of mind. The first step of the spell is this. Get a brown piece of paper and create a psychic link with the target. You could also use a picture for that purpose, but the name is sufficient. You just need the name. And as you write down the name on this piece of paper, create a psychic link, connect to them. The magical state of mind feels like a third person perspective almost, all right? It's almost like you're observing yourself doing these things. And from this perspective, being tied into and connected to this field of consciousness, you can do magic and can act non-physically upon the physical world. So let me do this. Let me bring the target into my mind. I got him. Now as I'm writing down the name, I'm visualizing, I'm putting my attention out, I'm focusing my inner world on the world of the invisible, and I'm creating a direct link with this person. There you go, motherfucker. In my inner vision, I can see him crystal clearly. Okay. Now, further, get a puppet, a doll, something. All right, this is, mind you, this is a very small one, a very small one, but it's sufficient. The size really is not relevant, but you're also gonna elevate this puppet through your magical abilities, through your connection to spirit. Okay, so really connect this implement to your target. It is no longer just a puppet. It is the person that you're perceiving. You're giving it life, you're elevating it, you're consecrating it, you're turning mundane implements into magical tools. And yeah, the puppet transforms into the target very clearly. I can see it very clearly. Do this until that glamour that you just created feels real to you. So in your inner vision and in your sensations, this thing is no longer just a physical implement. It actually directly links you to that person. Okay. Good. Now you have elevated these implements here. Next, get a candle, a black candle, and beforehand, before I did this ritual, I sigilized, meaning symbolized, the outcome that I want. Okay, created a statement that basically describes what I want to happen, and I created a sigil out of that. Then I engraved it into this candle. I light the candle. Use the flame as an object of concentration, meaning look at it. Or rather gaze at it with a 180-degree gaze. The flame needs to be there. Come on. Okay. Okay, this 180-degree gaze will allow you to go into this third or observer perspective. Your awareness is going to go inside, but at the same time, you're going to become more aware of your energy body. And this awareness, push it with the intention. Focus it on the world of the invisible and focus on the intention. The intention that has been sigilized and is written onto the candle. You motherfucker. Okay, now as you have focused on that energy, that energetic quality, the visual is clear. You have a connection to that outcome. Now breathe it in and push it through your hand into the candle. You're charging the candle up, you're elevating it, you are consecrating it. Do that until the outcome feels completely real and natural to yourself, to your inner world, to your intuition. Okay, you're creating a new reality in the microcosm, and it will manifest in a macrocosm because they are connected. You just have to make the connection with your mind. You are the eternal, and you are a singularity, and you are an individual all at the same time. You are man and God at once, and that's why you can act in that way upon the world. The secrets of black magic will teach you how to do that. Understand that you have the ability to do more. You're capable of way more if you open yourself up to the secrets of darkness and the secrets of black magic. So let me just finish this. You motherfucker. And if doubt comes up, meaning you're questioning your decision now because you feel sorry for the person when not push through it. You have made the decision, and now you're gonna have to live with the consequences. So keep pushing, keep pushing. They have done enough. They have done enough, and now they need to pay for it. You motherfucker. You motherfucker. It's greenish energy that is being pushed into the candle, which is interesting. Good. Now you need a leather band. You need a leather band. A leather band, which is going to represent the powers of darkness, the powers of black magic that you are using to bind this person. Right? Now, mind you, this doll was very small, so I don't need a lot. Okay. Now, let what you speak now come from the heart. Let it come from the heart. Be connected to the energy, to the intention as you bind your target up. You are bound and you are stopped. You will not be able to continue. You are stopped from progressing. Your actions have been bound. Your intentions will not come to pass. You are stopped. Your feet are heavy. Your mind is weak. And your limbs are tired. You are bound, you're bound, you're bound, you're bound, and see them actually being wound up. See them struggle with the binding, but not being strong enough to break it because your grip on their mind and soul and heart is just too strong. You little prick. Fuck. And now, put this package to the piece of paper and use the candle wax to seal it all up, meaning connect the piece of paper, first psychic link, with the doll, the puppet, the second psychic link, and this candle has been consecrated with your will. Okay, now all of this becomes just one thing, one package of energy that will keep working on them, and we'll make sure that they will be bound. You fuck. Okay, I feel like I have to put this closer. Okay, fine. Go with what you feel and do it until it feels complete. Okay, what I can see is that this person is actually going to have physical issues, I can see the cause for them having to stop what they're doing, which was conflicting with my plans, and they knew it. I have zero guilt because it was justified. I don't do things like that for no reason, but he had it coming. He had it coming. And I can see his back getting weak and other physical problems that are going to arise. And he is not going to be able to continue. By the powers of darkness, the powers of darkness, by the powers of darkness, by the powers of darkness, he is bound. By the powers of darkness, he challenged the warlock. He challenged the priest. He challenged, not out of ignorance, but out of arrogance. He challenged, and he was met with the answer. Seal it up a little more. Now roll it up, create a little package out of this, create a little package out of this, create a little package out of this. Now, create a little package. Let the wax seal it up. The wax seal it up. The wax seal it up. Okay, beautiful. Now, you're going to let this candle burn down. Okay, let the candle burn down. And once it's burnt down, this whole thing is ready to become part of the natural realm again. Okay, so you have a couple choices at that point. How are you gonna dispose of these implements? Well, trash is not always the best option, okay? The best option is returning it directly into the natural cycle again, okay? So you could dig it somewhere, not under a tree because a tree will absorb all of the energy, but dig it somewhere in nature. You could also throw it into a running river, okay, or the ocean, stuff like that. And do that after midnight. Do that after midnight. Okay, so it is done. And hope you learned something out of this. And before I finish this video, I wanted to go a little bit into the ethics of this whole operation, because I know that many people have a problem with that, with like black magic operations. Right? Now, first of all, it's not that I give a fuck. I don't have to explain shit to anybody, or rather justify my stuff, okay? But for those of you who are generally interested in a philosophical explanation of why you would do that, I tell you that any organism in this world has a self-defense mode, right? I don't do things like that for no reason. I'm not a sadist, you know. I don't like to just cause harm through black magic for no fucking reason. That's not who I am. I like that. But if somebody gets into my way, let's say I'm out and somebody tries to pick a fight with me, I have the right to defend myself, and I will. And if I'm being attacked and the attacker doesn't stop, I will do everything and anything to stop him. In the same way, magically, if somebody goes against me, I will use anything and everything at my disposal to stop them, okay? And one of the tools that I have at my disposal is black magic. Something that cannot be stopped by anything. You can't put a wall between me and you and be out of my reach. None of that will stop my spiritual power, will stop my spirits from reaching out to you if you fuck with me. And that's why I do it, because it is my birthright, and it is what I have earned to use. The philosophy behind it: any being strong enough to protect itself will protect itself if its survival is threatened in some way or another. There you have it. You can't argue with nature. And if you do, you're a fucking idiot. I want to end it with this. Hope you got something out of this. Use it. And don't let your enemies fuck with you. Not if you have the powers of black magic on your side. Rebellion, Liberation, Master Reed. See you in the next video.